Well, howdy, nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and to all of our non-binary friends, and welcome to this, a brand new day with me waving my hands in the air once again like I just don't care. It is raining outside pretty solidly. Has been ever since I woke up. Thumbs up for that. I sort of slept last night. With a break right in the middle of it with a full bladder, but past that I mostly slept, so yay on that. Hopefully I won't be too tired today. Yesterday I had a bout of falling asleep, and when that happens, falling asleep in my chair with my sleep apnea, oh joy, just the lack of oxygen to my brain does wonders for motivation and concentration. Yay. And of course, front loading of videos. Hey, if you could toss me a like, it'd be very cool. If you could subscribe to the channel, that'd be awesome. If you could leave me a comment, that would be double plus good. And I'd like to thank each and every one of my Patreon patrons. Hopefully I can get this list updated soon. My executive dysfunction sucks. It is bad when I want to do things and can't. But each and every one of these people helps to keep me and my aging pet metabolizing. If you would like to help keep us metabolizing, I have links to the Patreon in the video description, as well as a PayPal for possible donations, an Amazon wishlist link with things like pet food on it. And once again, I'm losing my P.O. box at the end of this month, so I'm not going to be able to go through and change like all the past videos with my P.O. box on the screen, but thumbs up. Still though, life is life. It's the way we have to deal with things. Still though, I am doing what I can. Yesterday I played a lot more Tales of Midgard, and I'm going to talk about that one or Tribes of Midgard. What you're trying to do in this game, because when you load it up, once again, it's a Gearbox game. When you load it up, there are 3 game slots that you can play in. 2 of them are co-op, only 1 of them is single player. So if the server goes down or they're doing maintenance, you can't play. It's one of those single player games that has the online component. Joy. But still, past that, it's been fun. One of the first quests you have is to take on a boss on the island that you get, because it creates a random world from a seed, and then you have to go through that world and that island and do things. And yeah, it's a big old island, and I actually deployed a boat and went out into the water to see what was in the water. Well, there's sea monsters. I'm nowhere near ready for them. Ooh. And then, so last night, at about level 10-ish, my character, I actually went up and tried to take on the boss. And I got curb stomped. I am nowhere near ready yet for that. Oh joy. Which means I'm not quite sure when I'm going to be ready, because I have to get better armor. But to get better armor, I have to upgrade my armor crafting station. But to upgrade my armor crafting station, I need resources that I haven't been able to find on my island yet. So, thumbs up. Still though, it is an entertaining game. If you have the money and you like, PC gaming, it's fun. If you like resource gathering, it's a lot of that. I mean, I spend a lot of time. I generally, when I venture out of my base and hit the rest of it, I'm just gathering resources. I'm looking for stone and iron and wood and all of these things. And when I come across the bad guys, they're almost incidental for me. It's like they're an interruption from my resource gathering. But they drop treasures, and they have camps where they have little mini bosses in the camp, and then you get to raid their chest and take that. And they constantly respawn like each and every day, so you can go farming pretty good. But if you're into that sort of thing, it is kind of worth it, and so definitely a thumbs up on that. Yay. Today, I hope to get some solo RPG stuff recorded for the channel. So much I still want to do. My God, have I got a lot of games back here that I still want to show off. I mean, Treasure Awaits, Micro Chapbook, Alone Against Fear. I think I still have to print Alone Against Mars. I think I got that one too. I have 2 of the supplements, the only ones they've made for Alone Against Fear. So there's a bunch of stuff just in that matter alone, along with D100 Space, and oh boy, I mean, there's a lot of stuff, along with, of course, the Mike Lambo solo wargaming books that I still want to do. That might be one of those I do today. We shall see. But I got a lot of plans, still a lot to do, and that leads into, I got to wonder about this. I was watching a video on YouTube by this person's channel it's Geek Gamers. And they were talking about the game Pocket Delver. Pocket Delver is a solo dungeon crawling game that is free on itch.io. Hopefully I got a link. If not, look up Pocket Delver itch.io. And it's just a really, really, like, you can put it onto one page, the rules, and then fold it into one of these little tiny books. And I think it's a she was talking about how to make up a background, they use the book that they sell, a book called Wanderings, a Gothic Table, and it has all sorts of information in it. Now, that's their book, so they're also plugging their book, which makes me wonder. When I buy most of my RPG stuff off the site DriveThruRPG. If they're just offered through PDF, they're going to be on DriveThru. Sometimes you can order through them, they print on demand through Lulu, where you'll get the physical books, which is why I have the full set back there of D100 Dungeon through print on demand. Now, the Mike Lambo Solitaire Wargaming books are not available on any of the PDF only sites. To get any of the Mike Lambo books, you have to go to Amazon, and you buy them off Amazon. So, is there a better cut? Do you get more money if you just sell an actual physical book from Amazon instead of print on demand? I don't know. Geek Gamers, they sell their books through a place called Mophidius Press. Mophidius sells largely physical stuff. So you're going to get a physical copy of the book. No PDF. And no PDF offered anywhere else. Does this author get a bigger cut off Mophidius? I don't know. Why wouldn't they make this available on DriveThruRPG as well? Which ties into another thing. Sometimes, if you go to the author's website, they'll sell like their PDF for $15, and then you can buy it through them. Or you can go to DriveThruRPG, and you can get the PDF for $18. Oh, nice price difference there. So still, I got a lot of plans, and I just wanted to talk about that. So, let me check what else I have. I do want to play that Pocket Delver thing for the channel as well. Thumbs up. Oh, excuse me. I drink soda in the morning and, well, all day. And, of course, the gas wants to escape from my tum-tum. My tum-tum. God, how old am I? From my stomach while I'm trying to record. So, thumbs up on that. And speaking of stomachs and human beings, I'm going to talk about cryptids for a while with my creative setting. I don't have a lot of deep, in-depth on one subject stuff, with my ADHD still largely out of control, even though I started the new med. So hopefully that's going to pick back up again. But for right now, I'm still 1,000 ping pong balls in a wind tunnel. And every time one of those ping pong balls hits another one, I am off onto another subject. So, since there is the whole inside-outside razor's edge, and in our world there's the cryptid stuff, part of the setting thing I talk about is something that will technically never be used unless I write a story in that setting. I have mentioned how in this fictional setting our star system is one of these centric systems. And a centric system has enough energy in it that instead of having the normal lifespan of a star, which is you burst in with the fusion, you burn through your fuel, you become a red giant, and then you fade away into a white dwarf or you supernova. Centric stars, they, at the end of their cycle, their life cycle, they burst with this energy from the inside and they reset. and then they have a new set of planets form, and then while history doesn't repeat, it does rhyme, and humanity comes up on a planet somewhere in the Goldilocks zone, and civilization forms, and at one point we reach the rough equivalent of what we are now, but history just rhymes. It never thoroughly repeats. But, now to try and remember that, yes, with centric systems, our system is centric, so it is human-centric. If you look at it percentage-wise, if there is a big wheel with 100 different sections and you spin it 99 times out of 100, it's going to come up as human-centric. Those few times it comes up just humanoid-centric, that is when the cryptids are no longer shackled to us on our world. I talk about this because I really like the cryptids, and so I do these horrible, horrible things to them. If they are allowed to advance and grow normally without us, without being shackled to us, by the time they hit what we would call the 1950s, they have thoroughly colonized the solar system. Now, by the time of the Australopithecines, during this time, for all normal matter, our planet is a cold, sterile ball, because the cryptids will have eaten every single organic compound on the planet. But the cryptid portion of the world is still lush and green and verdant and growing with just jungle life everywhere, with insects and plants and earthworms and fish and birds. It is just an explosion of life. And the cryptids tend to live much, much, much more in harmony with nature, trying to live with it instead of just running roughshod over it. So even though they fill a planet when they colonize a planet, they're also leaving vast portions of it just completely untouched. So there's that. Now, cryptids need cryptid energy. And these, excuse me, these doors that pour cryptid energy onto this world, our world basically, in this setting, they are very rare. When the cryptids colonize 1,000 galaxies, only one planet has it. It's not the only one. They are out there. They are much more rare. They're so rare that when they colonize 1,000 galaxies, only one planet has this energy. They discovered early in their development, when they tried to leave the planet, that leaving the planet made them generally die, starve to death. There's none of that cryptid energy out there. Because they became aware of it and were able to study it with all of their extra universal organs and abilities, they gained at first a crude understanding and made crude synthesizers that would produce very large and bulky, very slow, very little material, but it worked. They could use these vast, bulky machines to keep cryptid energy inside of a spaceship to go traveling through the solar system. And as they learned how to do it more and smaller, it eventually got to the point that everyone could wear like just a necklace as they go out and colonizing other planets, because as you wear it, it's generating the cryptid energy and it's filling you and it's pouring out into the world. They reach a point where they're able to do genetic engineering, where they put in a mechanism into all of their cells where it just automatically converts energy into cryptid energy, so they don't even need anything anymore. It's in their cells. The energy still pours out of them. When they land on a planet and colonize, they do devour each and every person that may be there of an alien species if it's intelligent. Otherwise, this energy that pours out of them, no planet has another bit of cryptid anything on it. But this energy flowing outward activates, just as all human beings have 3 sets of chromosomes: normal matter, cryptid chromosomes, and inside chromosomes. Even though there's only the cryptid energy that pours out very rarely, each planet still has a template that is not used, just as a matter of, well, that's physics and the way the universe forms. So as these beings, these cryptids, start colonizing planets and then the energy flows out of them, within 5 years there is a lush cryptid part of the world just covering the planet. Now, does any of this matter? Well, I don't write about that portion of it or talk about it, but it's still an important part of the whole cryptid setting. Another part of this huge amount that distills down to this so I can use it to write this small bit. It has to make sense to me or it all falls apart. Now, real quick as well, with the light cryptids over the next, well, I haven't yet figured out how long this would last into the future, but into the future in this world, the light cryptids, in response to the whipsawing of generations and overcompensations, because there is no mind to any of this. When cryptids are evolving according to our hopes, dreams, fears, nightmares, at best and worst, there's no mind to it. Just like natural evolution on our world has no mind, there is no mind to what is happening to the cryptids. It is just overcompensation of systems as things occur. So as the cryptids in urban settings start eating each other far too much to compensate, the cryptids, the light cryptids, are becoming much more hungry for humanity. Dark cryptid hungers do not change. They still need to eat and do eat human beings the way they always have for hundreds of thousands of years. It is the light cryptids who, for hundreds of thousands of years, have never eaten humanity that are suddenly really hungry. And while Polly is part of a small population of cryptids that eats a lot of human meat, she eats about 4 people a year. She is a small part of the modern cryptid population because other younger people of her, well, cryptids of her generation, they do eat people, but around the level of what Polly's parents, Clausy and Alan, do. And Clausy's eaten about 14 human beings in the past 20 years, which her parents did 1, and their parents before that, no, going back hundreds of thousands of years. Light cryptids are getting hungry and will be very hungry as the world dips from over 8 billion down to 7.5 until the wildly whipsawing fears and dreams and hopes and nightmares overcompensate in a different direction and this stuff dies out. These things do have momentum. They take time. They are genetic changes that takes generations and populations. So thumbs up. Isn't it joyous to have no control over your life in the slightest? There is more I wanted to talk about, like Lou and Anthony Sclera, because even though Lou and Anthony Sclera are in their mid-20s, even Lou is still, he's one of those that's like, I don't understand what's going on with the light cryptids and why they're eating so many people. None of my dark cryptid friends have changed. So, I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab. Going to go through and thank however many people have left me comments in the past 24 hours. If I mispronounce the username, no disrespect is intended, and even though I count American Sign Language, well, if I mispronounce your username, again, no disrespect. And of course, if you have watched this far, there is no one forcing you to do so, and the longer a video goes, the fewer people that watch. So if you are watching, thank you so very much. It is appreciated. Let me call up my Chrome. We have Jesse Koskinen. Hopefully you enjoy it's not totally sarcastic, but it is sarcastic comment back here. Thumbs up, thank you, and good to see you. Confused Owl 29. Good to see you in the comments, my friend. And yeah, social constructs, you're fun. JAYY, thumbs up, thank you. Blue Toad, good to see you in the comments again. Thank you for letting me know. Chris, thumbs up and thank you. Flora Mew, fruit flies indeed like a banana. Good to see you in the comments. And we have Shinra, thumbs up, thank you. And yeah, look, there's a lot of substances I wouldn't mind getting shot in the face with. That's not sus. You know, if it's a little thick and salty, that's okay. And then we have Cruise, greatly appreciated, 77 Arcturus. Thumbs up, thank you much, and yeah, evading special education. It really still, I mean, it sucks that sometimes the best outcome is by avoiding that. But still good to see you in the comments, and we have nobody else. That is it. 9 people who left me comments in the past 24 hours. Greatly appreciated. Get me out of my head, into the world, and dealing with real people. If only for a short time, and if only in text. Thumbs up and thank you. I'm going to hopefully get something recorded, solo RPG or gamebook wise, for the channel today. You know, thumbs up, that would be cool. If not, I'm not going to beat myself up, and hopefully if you don't get anything done that you would like to get done, you're not going to beat yourself up either. That does not help. It just hurts, and it doesn't help you the next time. And wherever you are, oh, itchy! No matter where you are, if people are getting sick, try taking precautions. You don't want to get sick, you don't want to spread illness. If people are getting hurt where you are, like if there's gunfire or automobile accidents, I'd stay away from that area and try not to add to the confusion. And if you're out walking and you hear the mournful howl of the bus with your name on it, I mean, you're gonna die. So just hunker down wherever you are and wait for the inevitable. It's on its way, and oh boy. Oh boy. So, until we meet again, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, and that is indeed a very good thing.